questions?
Thank you.
All in favor?
No.
Before you vote, please.
Councilor Chartrand?
Yes.
Councilor McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Reed?
Yes.
Councilor Rose?
Yes.
Councilor Billman?
No.
Carried. Second. Yeah, we have an audience cell, so we should turn these on.
Push your green button, Nancy.
Okay, and we'll continue. Resolution number 20-06-18-003, moved by Councilor McKay, seconded by Councilor Rose, subject budget 2018. Whereas the following projects were budgeted for in 2017 but not finished, and with funding for uncompleted projects not transferred to deferred revenue prior to 2017 year end. Therefore be it resolved that the Council of United Townships of Head Clara Maria does hereby authorize staff to allow funds allocated to 2017 projects to roll into 2018 annual surplus to be used for pre-approved projects in 2018 totaling $77,345 plus secured expenditures owing for 2017, including $5,000 purchase of radios and equipment for emergency management, $600 purchase of cell phone and contract for office admin use available for emergency management purposes, $2,145 for CIP boat launch project, $14,600 for Recreation Committee surplus profits from 2017, and $55,000 for outstanding legal invoices on ongoing legal and integrity commissioner issues. Any questions? Hearing none. All in favor?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution number 2006-18-004, subject 2018 budget, whereas an audited surplus of the 2017 operating year has been identified by approximately $272,705. Therefore be it resolved that the Council of the United Townships of Head Clara Maria does hereby authorize staff to utilize funds from the anticipated surplus effective December 31st, 2017 as follows. Return utilized 2017 funds to reserves in the amount of $41,000, $25,000 council funding to transition, $10,000 OMP washroom, to $5,000 Parks Rec, $5,000 transition reserve, and $6,000 to IT. Allocate $47,000 to new reserves for 5,000 street lights on Highway 17 entrances, 5,000 stone lift boat launch improvements, 2,000 IT office and technology, $30,000 towards road truck vehicle, and 5,000 sand salt spreader for municipal truck. That $7,500 be utilized for the following one-off projects or items: $5,000 pay out 50% of staff time for vacation owing at cost of $5,000. 2,500 utilize funds to create roadway access to end of Harvey Creek Road to residents access the Ottawa River. New ongoing expenses, $5,000 increased wage for caretaker position to be permanent 3 days per week. $17,000 create new bylaw enforcement officer position. The part-time position will be an average of 36 hours per month for 12 months. Variable work schedule and ensure compliance. No one will know what 36 hours will be worked. The first year will require BLEO training and administration work to set the position up, which will be reduced over time. Depending on the type and number of fines set by council, the enforced, any cost may be offsetted by fines collected. An estimate of $40, $100, $125 fines has been used for 2018 budget purposes. Any questions?
No. No.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes. No.
Recorded vote, please.
Councillor McKay,
What was that, sorry?
recorded
It's a
vote.
recorded
Oh.
vote.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, Councillor Chartrand.
That's what
why
threw me.
I know, me too. Councillor Chartrand,
Yes.
Councillor McKay,
Yes.
Councillor, Mayor Reed,
Yes.
Councillor Rose.
Yes.
And Councillor Villeneuve.
No.
Hearing.
The resolution is carried. So, Mayor Reed, as we discussed earlier, at this point, before reading the next resolution, I'll just go through briefly.
Yep.
As quickly as I can. I think most of this is self-explanatory. The budget is shown here. The option that council is recommending is option number 1, which is no increase in taxes. It just maintains quite at the same level. It meets all of the objectives of council that have been identified to date. It's considered some requests from ratepayers as indicated in the document. And a few money put away for reserves. As Mayor Reed discussed previously, the roads truck is soon, it's going to be, probably need to be replaced prior to its estimated time. So we've put more money in there this year as opposed to waiting. I think it was going to be 2020 that it was expected, but we're not sure that it's gonna last that.
Yeah, and if we put any more money into it, we're gonna be selling it at a loss
Right.
Yeah.
when we do replace it, so there's no point.
So the plan is to put the money into reserves, and then the next time it requires some type of
Major-
improvements,
major
maintenance. We'll
maintenance.
just, if it's, a couple $100, yes, if it's a couple thousand, maybe it's time
Yeah.
to turn it in.
I would imagine most members of council are realize that Terry's truck is basically rolling rust right at the moment,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and it's not that old a truck, it's a
No.
shame.
So I've gone through and explained on page 3 the amount per $100 collected that Clara Maria keeps, the county of Renfrew, and the school boards. As you can see, ours is a very small percentage of what is collected. Budget considerations on the next page shows the reason that we had such a big surplus this last year. Part of it was roads work that was done. The cost for the expansion of the visit disposal site was significantly lower than we expected. And again, homecoming, we had more revenues. It ended up being a smaller event than we had anticipated, partly because of the weather. Sorry, I jumped the top. Right now, HCM, as I don't know if you all know, we have no debt. So this municipality does not carry any debt, and we have reserves totaling $830,990. And if the budget is passed, as per staff recommendation, we'll have $918,990 in reserves for future uses. As I explained, those should probably be looked at by the new council because some of the categories, as in the expansion for the office, we've already met that, so now that's going to be pushed out into the future. So there needs to be new priorities set, but I think that's something for the next council to do. The top of page 5, we spoke about the roads truck. There's a new downtown revitalization project, and this is something that council may decide to change the budget somewhat. It is possible that we could use some of these funds to put some of the street lights up now, or council could just decide to let this money go into deferred revenue. That project right now is not included in the budget that I've proposed to you, but we can make that change if council considers that an option that it wants to pursue. Gas tax, it just shows what's going on there. Number 9, and this is the resolution that had just passed. This is, and again, you probably looked through this, so it talks about the differences in making Stephanie's position into a 3-day so that she can depend on 3 full days. It's easier to keep staff if they can depend on the work, obviously. Number 10 is the new ongoing expense for a bylaw enforcement officer. I apologize, the resolution shouldn't have included all that explanation. I meant to take that and put it here and I forgot. In any event, it would be a part-time position, details to be worked out in the future. Number 11 is the increase in insurance costs. And number 12 is the request to do some amendments to the end of Harvey Creek Road. So these are the few things that I put into the budget outside of normal. Number 13, this is where I talk about the street lights again, if that's something that council wanted to consider. The top of page 7, considerations is provided by residents. We've been through most of these. Some of them have been included in this budget and others just haven't. I mean, to purchase property at Visit Creek is an impossibility. I'm sure it would be quite expensive if we looked there. And we talked about the break wall for Stokewith and putting money into reserves for that. Middle, bottom of page 7, these are number 1, additions approved annually. These are things that council over the past 5 or 6 years have approved on an annual basis and simply moving it into the budget to make it more simple. So then your options, option 1 shows the 2017 tax rates with the 2018 current value assessment. Number 2 is if council wishes to increase your budget by $20,000. And number 3 would increase the budget by $40,000. That would be if council has any type of project or expenditure that it thinks that it would like to pursue that we haven't already considered. So staff's recommendation is option number 1, keeping the tax rate the way it is, meets our goals, adds those few things. So if you have any questions, Crystal and I will do our best to answer.
How much of our funding is going to disappear with the new provincial government?
Well, the good news there is that we are already down from 216 to 68,000. So we've already seen a significant for our Ontario Municipal Partnership Fund. So potentially 68,000 could disappear in the near future. Other than that, a lot of the money that we do our special projects are grant funding from the provincial level, and that could dry up.
Yep. Yeah, and that's my understanding that a lot of funding provincially, and not only that, but provincial-run corporations are going to change big time in the next little while. So we've got to consider that as well.
I believe the message was municipalities will be asked to locate efficiencies.
Yeah, I don't want to go there, but we'll open that can of worms when we get to it.
Has there been any research done on them streetlights at all, like for different kinds and stuff?
So what happened was I contacted the Ministry of Transportation Yeah, he was the first person I spoke with, I think. And I was looking at a solar option at that point, and I was told that there isn't a product right now that offers the lumens or the illumination that they require. So I was told that electric was it. So then I was in contact with a gentleman who is an engineer for the city. He worked for the city of Ottawa for a number of years. He's the guy who told me somewhere between 3,500 to 5,000. And if we needed to, he would come and
Per light?
scope
Per light, yeah.
He would come and scope out the project for us and give us an overall, but I didn't go any further until I received direction from council. He does work for the county of Brantford, so that's why he knows in this area that's approximately what it can be. He also recommended that we contact I'm sorry, not MTO. Hydro, yeah, I guess it's Hydro about the poles that we could potentially lease from them. But that's something when I contacted Hydro One and asked them to give me an estimate of the cost, they would not even venture a guess. They said, I'm sorry, hire an engineer.
Okay.
The only thing with lights is with the fog in the middle of the night, they really screw you up when you're on the highway. They mess you up, especially when you get that it's on your windshield and you're having to use your wipers and stuff, depending on the fog, what it's like. Sometimes it's actually more dangerous having them than not having them.
It was,
In certain places,
Yeah.
like, depending on
yeah, so that was just a recommendation, something that I had followed up on, up to council to determine what they would like to do.
Where are we looking at putting them?
So Mackey Creek Road,
Some of the
Hardy
major
Creek,
roads right now.
Boudreaux Road, Jennings, Pine Valley.
Well, we have one at
Township
Boudreaux Road. The whole motel's got one of those great big street
Oh.
lights right there.
To me, it seems almost too rushed to even
Yep.
consider them right now because there's so many unanswered
Right.
questions. So I do think they would be a benefit, but I'd like a little more information and to try and say, let's do some now, and we don't really have a clear idea of what the cost and
Yeah, if I'm
I-
not mistaken though, you have to enter into a contract with MTO and you have to enter into a contract with Hydro, do you not?
That's the part I'm not sure. I
Yeah.
spoken
I'm
with
pretty sure you
MTO
do.
and we have to meet their requirements. He didn't say anything about a contract.
Yeah, cause when Civil put that light up front of the store,
Okay,
they paid for it, like Civil paid for it, and then sold it back to whoever it was for $1,
okay.
right? And then they do the upkeep from there on. But as far as I know, she was still paying the Hydro
Okay.
on
Well,
that light running.
and that's
so.
it, we would have to pay the
Yeah.
extra on it
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
into the future. So if council was interested in this at all, I could contact the engineer and come up with some type of report.
I would like to
I
see
said,
that, yeah.
But I-
some report.
But no matter what option we chose, we would still have that money in reserve, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's not a moot point, but it's not high priority right now.
Nope,
Okay.
I like option one, keep the taxes where they are.
Yeah, I agree with that too, as
So I
well.
do have a
See what's
question.
gonna happen.
Go ahead, Councilor Gold.
Number two, the 50,000 for special road projects. Have those been identified, or is that just a catch-all?
I'm sorry.
Which one is that? Where are we?
Page 4, number 2.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, under the
Okay.
option three.
New for
Infrastructure
2018.
On page 4?
Oh, under the
Bottom-
Ontario
bottom of the
Community
page.
Infrastructure, yeah, that work has already been mostly completed, actually.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It was things like Plains Camp Road, he widened that road, he put asphalt on Adelaide Road, those sorts of things. They were special
Widen the
projects.
Mackey Creek Road.
Yes,
Yeah.
widen Mackey Creek Road.
Question about number 11. Due to the increased risk associated with use of the trail, are we talking about the Algonquin Trail?
We're talking about the Algonquin Trail and how people are using it now, even though they're not supposed to be. So we technically have no liability, if they have the lease, we have the benefit of the lessee's insurance, but because the county owns it, and the county are saying stay off, and these people are using it anyway, they're coming across our roads, our road allowances, and things like that, even though they're not supposed to. So this will increase our liability, our liability, so that if anything occurs on our roads or road allowances.
Because no
we're
trespassing
better
means use at your own risk.
That's what it means.
That's what we were told by one person. No trespassing means you can use it at your
Yeah.
own risk.
protected. Right.
It's not safe, but go ahead
No,
and
it's
use it.
not safe.
But go ahead and use it.
Any other
Okay.
questions before we read the resolution? So what's the consensus on the viable option?
Option one?
Option one, Councilor
Yeah.
Rowland?
Option
Which
one,
option
2, or
would you
3?
choose,
One,
One.
Councilor Rose? So we're gonna say option one?
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Resolution number 2006-18005, moved by Councilor McKay, seconded by Councilor Rose. 2018 budget, whereas the Council of the United Townships of Head Clara Maria has reviewed and supported the supporting documents and opinions recommended for setting the total operating budget for 2018. Therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the United Townships of Head Clara Maria does hereby agree to utilize option number one and direct staff to insert the corresponding budget total into bylaw prepared for this special meeting of council so that it may be formally adopted. All in favor?
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 2006-18006, moved by Councilor Rose, seconded by Councilor McKay. Budget 2018 bylaw, be it resolved that the bylaw 2018-14, being a bylaw to adopt the 2018 municipal operating budget, be read a first time short and passed. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 2006-18007, moved by Councilor McKay, seconded by Councilor Rose. Tax rates. Be it resolved that bylaw 2018-15, being a bylaw to provide for the adoption of the 2018 tax rate, establishing penalty and interest on overdue taxes, be read a first time short and passed. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Carried. Resolution 2006-18008, moved by Councilor Rose, seconded by Councilor McKay. Confirmation bylaw. Be it resolved that bylaw 2018-16, being a bylaw to confirm proceedings of Council of the United Townships Head Clara Maria, and at its meeting held on Tuesday, May the 15th, 2018. This is May the 20th, is it not?
June.
June.
June 20th.
Or June the 20th, I should say, yeah. June 20th. 18, be a read first time short and fast. All in favor?
Yes.
Okay. The one everybody's waiting for. Resolution number 2006-18009, moved by Councillor McKay, seconded by Councillor Rose. Adjournment. Be it resolved that this meeting adjourn at 22:02 to meet again on Tuesday, September the 11th, 2018. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Carried.